We have imprisoned a power within us. But what is their crime? The most notorious prison people have been confined in is the fear of what other people think. Supermax prisons are known for their increased ability to prevent escape, and some of the most dangerous criminals are known to be housed there. These prisons could never stand up to the holding power that the fear of what other people think inflicts. But we are not criminals. We are not dangerous, but we have imprisoned a spiritual power inside ourselves. But again, what is their crime? There is a theory by some religions that hell is in the center of the earth. I don't have any idea, but I believe that all heaven has to offer is in the center of each of us. There is no crime we have done to deserve this internal imprisonment. It is, however, done for safety, as a means to avoid judgment and hurt. This is the great illusion. The most enlightened version of you, the strongest and wisest counselor you know, remains seated in the deepest corners of your mind, hidden away in a small, dark, dank room with no door. The chair where they sit is hard and uncomfortable. The air is heavy and stifling, but there he sits, she sits, face barely illuminated by a light that filters through the open doorway. This version of you is always ready and waiting, but remains seated. They wait for your permission to be released, while you continue to search out permission from unauthoritative sources. You fear rejection, but the real you suffers rejection from within, almost on a daily basis. The warrior kept in prison looks through a dense fog at the doorway, waiting for you to appear, for you to say, "It's time." This hope never fades. This version of you buried beneath the illusion of protection is your secret weapon, your sword, the offense you are missing in life. It's like you have benched your star player for fear of them being hurt. You discounted their resilience, strength, and poise. You haven't yet understood that the conqueror, the winner, the warrior sits in that very chair. The finest and highest version of you is well within your reach. The highest version of you stares out through that doorway. They see you looking back. You're not looking back with an angry expression, no look of tyrannical glee, but one of concern for welfare, very similar to a mother watching over a child. You look back at your warrior lost in time, held in that suppressed state, and you begin to feel a pull, a conviction to set them free. But then a fear of a negative reaction and response from the outside world dominates your thoughts into submission, and you turn to walk away yet again. The perfect one, the arc version that always existed before the time you understand now, keeps watch as you turn and fade away. Their eyes slowly drop to the floor, wet from tears, because she knows who you truly are, who you were before you clothed yourself in the physics of this world. But you still do not. Serve it only to your will. The king, the queen that you rushed into darkness, fleeing the attack of imagined judgments and rejections, could at any time leave that personal cemetery. They could reach down into the depths of hell and with both hands scoop it out and rain fire over the associations of anything that objects to who you are, always were, and always will be. The sword is still as sharp as the day it was sheathed in that cell. You watch as it slowly slices through the feelings of inadequacy, runs through doubts, and takes fear prisoner. The shield, as thick and broad as it was when it was laid to rest against the enclosed walls, is gripped in the strength of an arm only God himself could have created. This defense, designed by the universe itself, can deflect even the most skilled attack this world could ever mount on the battlefield. You were made to do battle. You were predestined to win. You were put on this earth to encounter resistance of every kind, so that with each victory, you would remember the dominating warrior that you have always been. How could you ever know how powerful you are if you were never given obstacles to overcome, resistance to push through, and an unknown territory to conquer? I'm asking that you go to the deepest part of your mind and allow every part of your being to be present in the opening of that confinement. And with a strength and determination that could never have been created by man, accompanied by the only authority you ever needed, extend your hand and meet the gaze of your highest self and say, "It's time." Yeah, it is. You're releasing me. Yes, I am giving you permission. I realize that I'm the only one who ever could. You committed no crime. The only crime that was committed was by me, for caring too much of what others thought of me. I feared their reactions and responses, dreaded their judgments and criticisms, when I should have believed in us. I will no longer give my power away. I will no longer withhold my words and actions because of how others might think. I'm done trying to stifle and suppress you. My turn. And as the warrior steps by you to leave the room, I turn to you and say, "You want to take back your life? Destroy this room."
The last to fall. I won't shed a tear for them to see. I won't have your name to call, 'cause I will be the last to fall.
So you have released the warrior in you and turned the head of the universe. And in time, all the world will watch too. This was no small decision you made and will not always be easy to continue. You may be pressured and tempted to overthrow your commitment, but stay strong. Only you know what is right for you. Change can take a while to reward you, and glue needs time to cure broken pieces. I deeply wished I could tell you that everyone would celebrate the real you and would welcome your warrior mentality, but that just isn't true, sometimes not even with the closest among you. Some will be strongly opposed to your decision to follow your passion. Your conviction to stand transparent before the world with no apologies and no regrets shines a light on those who choose to hide. Look, some people may seem surprised at your success, as if you somehow developed it overnight. But do not entertain their misinterpretation of how you became who you are. Your journey is yours. Others may not share your vision. That's okay. And if doubters and haters try to tell you that since they couldn't do it, that you won't either, know that where others gave up, you will give your all. And that no matter the outcome, you will be the last to fall.